Hi guys, it's your girl Me-Anie here. So as you can see from the title of this video, I'm doing yet another video on tea tree oil, but this time I'm going to go back and answer the comments and the questions that you guys posed on my last video. So the video I posted probably about maybe like a year and a half ago, actually, yeah, about a year and a half ago. It was in September of 2017. And this video was called Tea Tree Oil to Get Rid of My Breakouts Fast. So as of recently, this video has been getting a lot of questions from you guys. So I'm here to answer them because I kind of felt like putting them into the comments. I kept doing it over and over and over again. So I said, you know what? Let me just touch on it again, kind of give you some updates, let you know how it's going, and answer your questions all in one shot. I will say, where'd the bottle go? Oh Lord. Okay, I will say this is the bottle that I had over a year and a half ago, and it's finally all gone. And I went to the store again, the store that I go to here in Tampa, to get another bottle, and to my surprise, they are closed. They're not open anymore. When I tell you, like, I was so heartbroken. I left from work. I went straight there after work one day. I was so excited, like I got off work early enough to get there. And when I got there, I'm like, where the hell is the damn sign? So the store is closed, and I'm gonna have to get it maybe from Whole Foods or online going forward. I like to use the Now brand. So you gonna do this again? You're not gonna focus? There we go. I like to use the Now brand, and this one was about 2 ounces, and it lasts close to a little bit over a year. Now, what I talked about in the video, the previous video, you can go back and watch, but just to touch bases on it, I love tea tree oil on my face because it helps me with breakouts. It helps get rid of them super fast. I'm talking about in a matter of days. So that was one of the questions. How fast does it get rid of your breakouts? Now, it is different for everyone. Like, I can come on here and tell you guys that it takes a couple of days for me. Sometimes even overnight. Like, I'll get a breakout at night or whenever I wake up and see it in the morning. I'll put a little bit of tea tree oil on there in the morning, and by the time I get back home, it reduces significantly in size. So again, everyone's skin is different, so the amount of time that it takes for your pimple to go away or your breakouts will differ. So another thing people asked me was, where did I get this from? Now, like I said, the place I go to is now closed, so I'm probably gonna have to try to get it online. This is the brand that I like. It doesn't mean that you have to get this brand, but if you Google this particular brand online, I'm sure you'll be able to see where it is in your surrounding areas. Another question that I got was basically, does it do anything for acne? Now, I've never had acne. From what I know, for a lot of people, acne is very painful. The skin is very, very sensitive, and tea tree oil can actually be a little bit harsh for people with extra sensitive skin. So I would be very, very cautious on using it on sensitive skin because it can really make your skin burn if you use the wrong dilution. It just sounds and looks like it would be painful. So I probably would use tea tree oil with caution. That would be my answer. Okay, so another question that I have been getting, does it take away dark spots? I mentioned in my comments that I couldn't really touch on that because after I use my tea tree oil, I go directly to this fade cream that I have, and I also made a video on that as well. But someone in my comments did say yes, that it can get rid of dark spots, so there goes the answer. Now, not so much of a question, but I got this comment a couple of days, and when I make these videos and I share information with you guys, it's stuff that I look up, it's stuff that I know for myself, and I am not saying that I'm making the law or that anything that I say is law. Now, there's no one way to do anything. There are multiple ways to do one thing and get the results that you need. That's why we have options, that's why we have choices. So this person commented and said basically that you're not supposed to dilute tea tree oil with water, that you're supposed to do it with oil. Now, what got me were the words supposed to. Now, like I said, there's multiple ways to do things. There are studies that show you can dilute it with water and get the results that you need. And there's also studies that show that people with extra sensitive skin can go ahead and dilute it with oil. So my response to that was basically, you can do either one. I'm not here to tell you that you have to dilute it with water. I'm not here to tell you that you have to dilute it with oil. I am here to tell you that you should dilute it with either oil or water, depending on what you're going for. For myself, I use it more so as a toner. So diluting it with oil wouldn't be what I need if I'm using a toner, because I wouldn't use an oily substance for a toner. See? So that's why I prefer to dilute it with water, and it works for me. I can only do what works for me. So you have to decide what you want to do when it comes to diluting it. Another question that I had was basically, how much oil do you dilute with how much water? If you're using like one of those clear travel bottles that you get from the dollar store, you can do about 3 or 4 drops and that should be sufficient. You know, you don't have to go overboard. You can always add more if you want to. So maybe 3 or 4 drops to start out, because tea tree oil is very strong and it takes a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. You do not want to burn your skin. You do not want to cause skin irritation and dryness around your nose. That's one of the main things that you will see if you use tea tree oil and it's not diluted enough. Somebody said, ma'am, I know this video is a little bit old, but I had to tell you that your melanin is popping. Okay, here goes another one. Would you pop a white pimple and then put on the tea tree oil, or would you leave the pimple alone and just add the tea tree oil? You know, sometimes you get those pimples that are like painful under the skin when you touch them. If I can see that there's something that wants to come out, I'm gonna get it out. Being that I have a method to get rid of the dark spots, I just go ahead and I pop it. And that allows, in my head, some way, somehow, it allows the bad stuff to get out and the good stuff to get in, which is a tea tree oil. Do you put it on every night? Not necessarily. I would do it.
I've actually been using Curology for like 9 months. I know Curology because my skin was...
Girl, bye. What the hell? I don't use it every night, not because I think it's too much for my skin. If I get the results that I need where my pimple is gone, I won't use it every night. I might use it as a toner every other day or so, but not every day. All right, so I hope I answered your questions about the tea tree oil. Just remember, you know, there's different ways to do things. What works for me may not work for you, so always feel free to tweak it a little bit. Do your own research, see what's out there as far as products, the way to use them, so that you can find out what works best for you. So until next time, it's your girl Me-Anie, and remember, if the message matters, share it with someone you love.